this is Debbie from J&D's Farm Sanctuary. Long time no see. I just thought it was time that we pop back in and try and reconnect with everyone out there. It's a beautiful day, so it's inspiring me to just do a little bit of a hello on the farm with the animals here. This is Monkey. This dude here is quite the character. He, to our own, you know, it's our own fault, but there's a spot in the herd somewhere where there's a gap he can get through, and so he just he traverses the whole farm. It's actually a pretty good life, if you ask me. You enjoying your hay, Monkey? That was a yes. It's been a pretty busy year already. Last year was our busiest year on the farm, taking in so many goats and lambs, etc. This year we're sort of having a gap year. Whatever that might look like, whatever that means taking in far less animals than previous years, because we've got to over 260 animals that we're currently caring for that need our attention, like these guys here. What are you guys doing? See, the thing is, they have hay, big fat round of it front paddock, but they like everyone else's hay, so I'm doing hay rounds. Well, it's empty because I've just emptied all the hay, but they want everyone else's hay. Not sure if you can hear me. Hi, Murphy. Hey, cutie patooties. Hi, Dusty. Dusty, this is his, I think you've got berries pose that he's putting on here, because he often gets strawberries and grapes and other yummy things like raspberries. So he is anticipating food, aren't you, Dusty? Can I come in? May I please come in? Excuse me. Beep, 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 beep. Right. Oh, my goodness. Hello, Cosmo. Just thought I'd pop into, this is the snug, the special needs area for unbelievably gorgeous animals. There's a few too many animals in here, and very few of them are special needs. You are not one of them, Cosmo. I will show you. This is actually one. This is Oxford, who had trauma to, well, not trauma, he had a degenerative condition in his back leg where it wasn't joint to the hip bone, and there was concern that he may have to have that back leg amputated, but as it turns out, the cartilage has formed its own joint, and his back leg is, it's stabilized, but I'd say it's a bit fragile. So he stays in here forever. Who else have we got? This is Barbarella. Hey, Barbie. Barbarella. Barbarella is one of our, these are all our rescue goats that were rescued from the slaughterhouse last year. Oh my goodness, Cosmo. Anyway, she has had multiple health issues, as in, that's not nice, Cosmo. Okay, so she's had lots of infections and was extremely, extremely premature and tiny as a baby. Anyway, she's blind now. So she can't see me, and she can't see Cosmo, who keeps headbutting her. Hey, Barbie. Hello, darling. Cosmo, don't be mean. She's a very, very sweet girl, who often cries out because she doesn't know where we are. And anyway, soon we're going to kick out these mean bullies, aren't we? Yes. So it'll be her and Oxford. And then we've got Gloria and Arthur. Gloria has missing back feet, and Arthur has contracted front legs, tendons in his front legs. Dusty will stay here for a little bit longer until his retirement village area is ready, because he's an older goat and he had lost a bit of weight in the other paddock. But since he's been living in here, he's fattened right up, haven't you, Dusty? He's doing great, and I don't think he ever wants to leave, do you? This is where the raspberries come. And there's always goop in his eye, and I always want to get it, but he won't let me get it. Stay still. And also, the other little one who's staying is Oreo. This is Oreo here. Oreo, say hi. Hello. She's just a wee tiny tot. Super stunted in growth. Some of these babies born at the slaughterhouse were born prematurely and with infections, bacteria entering through the umbilical site, causing them to be quite sickly and a bit of a challenging start to life. So little Oreo was very challenged, and we're actually surprised she's still alive. But she's going to be so super tiny forever that it's too dangerous for her to go in with the big goats, because she'll get bullied. So she'll stay here with Barbarella. Not nice, Aggie. This is Aggie, who gets her head stuck in the fence twice a day. Just got it out before. Yeah. This is their area with their little playhouses. Super cool. I also wanted to share with you, I'm just driving down the laneway, got very excited because some of the plants that we've been putting in the ground are starting to flower. But This year, the first year that we were here, within the first 12 months we were here, we started planting trees because this farm had a total of 7 trees on the property, not including some of the boundary trees. But these are some of the trees that we planted 3 years ago. These ones got stunted in the floods, but these trees behind me here have all done really well. So that's 3 years ago, and that's starting with trees that were tube stock. So we're talking little itty bitty baby trees, and now look how big they are. Anyway, one of them, and I'm also planting like native shrubs in between. Actually, I don't know if these are native. They're called Erica quadrangularis. But anyway, they're flowering. Hang on, let's have a look. See if you can see. Oh, look at this. I don't know. Can you see it? Hang on, there it is. Can you see the flower? That's my first flower off this plant. A few of them are starting to do that. They're really liking the weather. It's a great time of year. Did I mention it's autumn? And we've finally, the horrible heat has left us, and we're left with beautiful sunny days, and we've had our first real downpour in months. Very cool. Come say hello to the goat. Hi Techno. Tic Tac. He's our first rescue that we took in last year from the abattoir, slaughterhouse, whatever you want to call it. Either way, not very nice. This is Radovid. Hi Radovid. Are you liking your hay? It's wonderful at the moment. You know, a few months ago we got a big donation that allowed us to purchase a whole heap of hay, which has been amazing and taken so much stress off of us. You know, all we have to do is get the hay out. The problem with the hay rounds is that they're extremely difficult to get out because our tractor is not currently functioning, so we can't use the hay forks, and John has a bad back, so rolling rounds of hay up into the horse float is extremely difficult. And even more so when we've been sick, or it's been tiring, or we had lots of heat, but that's gone now. So it's starting to get easier to do the things we need to do. Hi Jennifer, this is Radovid's twin Yenny. Hi Jennifer. Yes, hello darling. They're extremely social. Absolutely love being around people, don't you guys? Yes, you do. So it's a nice chilled out day today. Hi guys, Molly, who I'll steer clear of because she likes to take me down, and this is Herbie. Hi Herbie. You're very handsome, aren't you, Herbie? Yes. In here we are in the nursery. We have a couple of not so little lambs anymore. This is Buttons. Oh my goodness. And this is Gumnut. These girls are just gorgeous. And I don't know if you can see, here we are, Garfunkel. So Garfunkel, he was found running around on a road. A friend of ours stopped to go help him get off the road so he didn't get hit, and he just collapsed in the middle of the road. He was very skinny, but he's doing great now. Eats like a champion. You want to say hi, Garfunkel? Hang on, let's see if we'll come up and say hi. It's okay, Garfunkel. Hey darling. He's still not sure about people. He thinks people are scary. These girls don't think so. They're teaching him that people are actually pretty, well, some people are really nice and don't want to hurt them. So yeah, these two baby girls, they're twins. Somebody found them in a paddock alone, thought that mummy would come back. So a couple of days later, went to check the paddock and they were still sitting there, newborn little babies. Very skinny and very dehydrated and hungry. Hello darling, this is Buttons, hello. And yeah, anyway, so they took them in, but they lived in town and they couldn't stay there, so they came here when they were about 5-6 weeks old. You're just gorgeous, aren't you? Look at my baby girls. Look at my baby girls. Say hi. It's extremely glary today, so I'm trying to film without squinting too much. What are you doing under my armpit? What are you doing under there? Huh? They're extremely affectionate. Did I mention that? Garfunkel will get there. Won't you, darling? We also have some new additions with the puppies here. So this is Tani. Tani, do you want to say hi? Hello, darling. So Tani and her brother, Teddy, over here, are Caucasian Shepherd cross Maramas. So they're livestock guardian dogs. And we took them in because they were an accidental litter, and the family who had them were unable to rehome or sell them. So they got to the point, 6 months of age, where finding homes becomes extremely difficult. And we know all too well how many of these breeds end up in pounds because people don't understand them, what their requirements are. They're independent thinking, ancient breed of dog that just don't. They just have different needs. This is Salty, our big Morella. He's our pack leader, aren't you, Salty? Hang on, I want to show them your beautiful face. There you go. Hi. Yes. Absolutely good. And here are so this courtyard here was our courtyard. And then at some point we decided to let all the ducks and geese out of their area and the turkeys. And they were just free ranging around here and destroyed everything, including the turkeys perching on our picnic table and pooing all over it. So we've kicked them out back into their respective areas. Actually, we've built an area for the turkeys. But now, how cool is this? We actually get to enjoy something on the farm that doesn't belong to the animals. It belongs to us. We're growing a garden. We're planting heaps of stuff. There's a local nursery near here in Gagari where we've been selecting lots of different plants. So obviously it's all very young still, but it's exciting to know what it looks like now versus what it's going to look like later. All right, join me as I go for a run on the quad up to the horse yards. My pretty ladies, Evie and Alexandra. Hi Evie. That's extremely brave of you to walk straight up to the camera. I'm not scared at all. Hello darling. This is quite unusual. So Evie and Alexandra, and then over to my right we have Teeter, and over there is Alina. Are pretty shy girls. One of the 31 alpacas that were rescued from a farm, and 16 of them came here. Hello Alex. Not quite as brave as your sister. I don't actually know if they're related. I just said that. Anyway, that was a cool little interaction. This is Teeter. Hi Teeter. And here comes Alina. You guys are curious today, aren't you? Or maybe you just want to be YouTube stars. Hate to break it to you, darlings. Not that many people are watching. Except for my nieces. Hi girls. Alina, hi. Nope, okay, bye. Just wanted to share this with you. Everywhere I go, Nina follows. Don't you beautiful? Nina and Patrick came here a couple of years ago now, at least. They were dumped on the side of a highway, and they were little babies when they came here, sort of like 8 months, 6 months old. And yeah, Nina ended up having 9 piglets after they came here, which most of them are still here, except the 2 we adopted out. And yeah, she's just one of the most, hey, that's not the, I'm filling up the other water, Nina. Anyway, I'm trying to find an angle where it's not too bright. I'm so sorry. That's her daughter, Chandra, behind us. And that's Alfie. Alfie is Uncle Alfie. He ended up taking on the role of looking after her children after they were born because Patrick decided he was too young to be dad. Anyway, I'll show you some more of her following. Just out here filling up the cows' water, and oh, who's that? Oh, there's Nina. Hello, darling. Everywhere I go. Hey, beautiful. You're so beautiful, Nina. Now I've come over to go and see how the hay is for the cows, and oh, Who's that? Oh, that would be Nina. Of course. My little shadow. Aren't you? Look how beautiful her eyes are. You're so beautiful, Nina. Such a beautiful girl, darling. Everywhere I go. Just coming over here to check the gate to make sure it's shut for feed time for the piggies. I wonder who's behind me. Whoops! It's Nina. Okay, I just wanted to check in and say, fucking mission accomplished. Sorry, children. I should put a swearing warning on this one. Pigs are fed. There's no easy feat, just so you know. Today, Farmer John drove to Melbourne to drive his son Jay home. So I was on the farm, but it just happened to be the most perfect, wonderful weather today. And it's such a good feeling when you are able to spend the whole day on the farm. And just everyone, you know, everything gets done in an orderly fashion. There's no injuries. This is the smell. I'm shaking. It's like where some of the piggies that get pushed around and bullied, rather, by the other pigs get to come and eat in peace. And also, just so you know, there are no cows in this area right now, because what we've been doing, even though the cows have their round, they still like their squares. So I don't know if you can see over there, threw them some squares, none the wiser. Problem we have is that we've had to cut the fence in between the cows and the pigs because the fence was getting trashed, and it's a lot of work to fix, and it was dangerous as it was. So that means the cows come in when we do the feed for the pigs. But they're not here right now. Okay, goodbye. Good evening from Ash Dash. What? The farm cat. You show everyone your pretty eyes.
G'day. Happy Monday. Still in April, but geez, been a tough couple of weeks on the farm. Debbie and I have both been unwell. I'd hurt my back, which was pretty much bed rest for me. But luckily we had my son Jay come and help out on the farm. So for a couple of weeks, smashed it. Hay run, just everything, all the feeds, just took it like a champ. So very, very grateful for J Bob. What else is going on? Had our planting day, which I'm sure you saw Debbie take you around the farm earlier. But yeah, pretty much back to business now. Now my back's better. I've got quite a few jobs to do over the coming weeks. So yeah, a bit of fencing, one of my favourite things to do. So stay tuned for some pretty boring stuff. That sky. Hello again. I'm up at the retirement village where Portia, you can see her in the back there, and the rest of the gang, juvenile delinquents, Dozer, and we've got a bit of a ram problem we're trying to work out. Where testes haven't dropped and bloody trouble. But what I wanted to show really is this place. Just turn it around. This is the tiny house. As you can see, it is managed by Tiny Away. But geez, busy couple of months. We had March and April, pretty much every weekend we had people staying, so it's pretty cool, and we're getting some really good feedback. But the place is it's really cozy. nice views. Yeah, it's just really cool. And you wake up in the morning and you see these little rat bags. Yeah, great feedback about the goats. They are hilarious, and they're jumping on the tarp, and I don't know whether you've seen all that stuff already, but I've got your dinner, Porsche. I'm just up here, you know, doing a video. And this is Maverick. He's one of the likely rams. G'day, Mav. Porsche and Doze, the two older piggies. And Brimbles. He's the boss goat up here. And Bobo's just up there. Hey, Bobo. Anyway, I'm going to feed you guys. Bye. Actually, one more thing. You can book it. Get on Airbnb, TripAdvisor. I think even through Tiny Away's site, you can book and wake up on the sanctuary. How bloody cool is that? All right, and all the money goes back to us as a sanctuary. All right, cheers. Good evening. What's up? What are you doing, buddy? Hey, just thought you'd come for a walk. So this is one of the other benefits, hey monk, of taking on a stay at the sanctuary. You're never lonely, because Monkey slips through one of the little gaps. I wouldn't say little, because he's a bit chunky, aren't you? This is not your dinner. Hey, what are you doing? It's not your dinner, mate. I already fed you. All right, gotta go. He's running amok. Bye, bye, bye.